Hello world, we're live. It's me, the Jcrow, and we're in Adobe Animate today. We're going to be doing some more Happy Dance Revengers, Scribbly's animations A, B, C, D, E. Hello, welcome. How are you doing, Astroblaze? I sent you some work in progress sneak peeks last night. Seemed pretty excited. I did a little bit more offline, but like not much. Ended up going to bed. So Happy Dance today. A little update about tomorrow, some of the stuff we're planning on doing on the channel, and also audio checks and all that. So, audio check is commencing in 3, 2, 1. Seems fine. Oh, we got a like on the video already. Was that you, Astroblaze? Were you first? Double first? Halo, hi. Hiya, Halo. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let me see. So next should be Discord links, I think. Anyway, Chester waves. Hi, Chester. Hello. Don't worry. I still have you on the list as well. I have a bunch of tabs open. So I have tabs open for the characters that still need attacks and revengers. So on the list currently, sneak peek for people, I have we have, let's see whose page. Chester Jester, we've got Shane bookmarked. There is a bookmark for today's is called Frogbert for SakuraArtz. We've got Oryx and Robin bookmarked. We have Mermilly or Mermile with Cordelia Windbury bookmarked. Spooked Skull Studios with The Witch of Death bookmarked. Newman and Lan. And oh, that page is Blake Does Art and Nick. We did that one last stream. Strawberries animations. Maybe. I'm glad, I'm glad. So, Discord links, Discord links. Let's get that out of the way. What's this? So yes, how's everybody doing? What have you all been up to today? I've got a few plans for tomorrow. I have a few plans for the channel too. I'm just typing. Sorry for the moment of quiet. I'll be right with you. Hmm. Okay. Nisty, hello guys. Val again. Thank you for ruining me playing Roblox. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You could play Roblox if you want. So that's one Discord link. Yay. So I think that's fine. TikTok's being weird. Can I not have that, please? Yeah. Okay. So, Val, hi. I was the third one here. I didn't comment because YouTube wasn't responding. Chester, I got a piercing today. Cool. What type of piercing? Um, and I've never had a piercing because I've been too scared to get them done. I'm scared they'll hurt. Okay, are you guys ready to see the reveal of the character? Character's called Frogbert. Your expectations should be high. Boom. Little frog fella. How cute is that? How cute is this? So this character belongs to SakuraArtz, I believe. Yes, SakuraArtz. They literally, I was going onto my computer to get art references and for today's stream for this, and then the attack was mentioned, and I was like, well, that's convenient. I'll just click this because I have a bookmark for everybody's character, right? So everyone that's on the wheel, I have bookmarked a character for everybody. So I can just go, this person, and then I can type the name in, search, and just like scroll down to the bookmarks, find who's like already been selected. I always check to see if there's new characters just in case, but it just makes things a bit quicker, you know? But I have tabs open on the ones that I'm gonna attack and revenge currently. So this is a revenge. They did a cute illustration of the Zipload, as I mentioned, and I'm just getting around to stream now because stream is on my phone. And Chester, you got snake bites. Nice. Good luck keeping them clean. I have a friend that went for snake bites and gave up because when you first get them, you can't eat at first. You have to keep them clean. You're not meant to eat or drink or something. And she was too hungry. She was too hungry and too tempted by the cafeteria smell because the food was like really nice that day or something. And she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take them out. They're not worth it. I hope you can manage to get past that. So this is Blake Does Arts OC. We took care of them last stream. And this stream we've got little Frogbert. They're very cute. I'm not quite sure how we're gonna go about the hat. It could be a challenge. Anthropomorphic, so like, they can still fit the guide we've got. I don't need to change that up. So I'm thinking we could either do the hat like this, overlapping the face at this angle. We could do something like this. Or we could do the hat tilted backwards like this. So these are like the two angles we could have the hat. So one would be partially covering the face, one would be partially revealing the face. You see what I mean here? The partial reveal would show off some of the under of the hat too. I think we have had characters with hats on this before. I'm not sure how I've interpreted it. I think it looks cuter overlapping the face and looking like the leaning forward more, this version. Nisty, I low-key want a gaming chair. If you want one, you could try investing. I know some of them can be really expensive, but some of them, you can get some on the cheaper end as well. Research quality though, before you buy any, even if you're gonna splurge on an expensive one, check the reviews first because some of them, even though you're paying high prices, are really cheap, like cheaply made. Mentos Prime, I ate my gaming chair by accident once. Oh no! Did you accidentally eat a gaming chair? Manchester, you're trying your I'm trying my best. I like it covering the face. It looks cuter. I think it might look cuter covering the face. Okay. We're definitely going to be giving this little fellow the guitar because come on, a singing frog? How could I not? I think that's an important detail, like giving Hater Cat his lighter. Okay, and let's see what else. Val, you're now playing Wild Paws. And Nisty, I've been in the same office chair that I got as a kid for like 8 years, though my cousin had one and it broke in a month. Well, there's nothing wrong with not replacing it if it's not broken. Like, there's nothing wrong with you having had it for that long. I think that's fine. But there's also nothing wrong with wanting a new one. Office chairs are pretty good, to be honest, as a gaming chair, as much as a gaming chair functions, because they cater to like your anatomy. They're designed to be sat in for long periods of time, so they're not terrible if you've got an ergonomic one. If it's just a regular office chair, then it's just a chair, nothing special. Unless, the sentimentality of having gotten it from your cousin. Right, maybe my hand's doing that thing. So, fun fact, we animate Miku 100 here. And I have this problem with Miku 100. when animating Miku. So the project is every frame is a different Hatsune Miku module or figurine. And she's really cute. But I have this problem with it where sometimes I just can't draw the hair. And it doesn't matter how many times I attempt it, I can't draw the hair first. Okay, first is a key word. So I try and draw like, because Miku's hair is kind of like this. No, that's a fork. So she has like the spiky bits. She has some bits in her face. She has some bits that are kind of like curved around. And her hair's kind of, it's kind of like very, very pointy. But I have this thing where if I start drawing her hair first on the sketch, it never looks right ever, no matter how hard I try. And so if I draw the entire outfit first and then draw her hair last, magically it works for me. I do fine. And I was having deja vu just now trying to get the hat to look right on Frogbert. So I'm like, okay, what if we draw some of the other features first? Maybe we're having a Miku 100 moment. Having a Miku 100 moment, but Miku? Hatsune Miku Frogbirds? Question mark? Would the pigtails go through the hat or over the hat? I think that's a good question. Mentos, I was a little hungry, just a little. Pebble would eat a gaming chair. Val, if that guy's gonna cheat on you? Huh? In wild paws? Tell him what you bout to do, Nisty. Though my cousin had one and it broke in a month. Ah, with the gaming chairs, yeah. Yeah, why replace what isn't broke? Exactly. So if it's not broken, there's nothing wrong with not getting rid of it. Ooh, didn't want the line not to do that. But I'm also not like against it if you did want to buy one. Like I know it's not up to me, so it doesn't matter if I'm against it or not. I'm just saying I'm not judging essentially. Because there's nothing wrong with wanting new stuff either. It was the whole point of advertising and social media and all that is literally designed to make you want stuff. And on top of that, everyone deserves a little treat now and then, you know? So, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting it either. You're not a villain for being like, oh, I want a gaming chair. Right, so, little froggy. Oh, look at that mouth here. This one, where this, with the little tongue. I think we should do that expression. I think we should be keeping that expression in. Oh, they do have the two-toned face. That might be easier to do before I do the facial features. So we'll keep that there so I remember I want to do that expression, but we're going to put a guideline in. So what we do here is we draw guidelines in for marking where shadows go on a character. And we recolor that later on. So the face, like low down like that. So we're gonna give the little we're giving them essentially a little beard for now. Let's see, so it's kind of like three little lumps, like one, two, three, with a very slight wiggle to it. Nice. So we were out very early this morning. We had Squeaky and I, we had boring doctor's appointment. Squeaky also went and donated blood. And we went in a very pretty building for it. I should probably move that one down a smidge. I think Chester Jester. Well, you're just Chester on here, sorry. Ricky, oi, do you want to not scratch my sketchbook? Rude. Rude. Get Patmaned. I like wafted a Patman pillow at him. He's very offended by that. It didn't even touch him. I just kind of wafted it like a little flag. Yeah, I went to donate blood this morning and Chester, I was gonna ask, do you want your character animating live by any chance? Because if you do, I'll save it for the next live stream. And then you actually have a chance to see the progress. But yeah, very, very pretty building to donate blood today. And then I don't know I don't know. We just got like really tired really quickly. Probably early morning start followed by, going to a blood drive. But yeah, ended up coming home and taking a nap. That was a great idea. And then Pebble rudely kept trying to wake me up for food. It's like Pebble. It's not even mealtime, and yet he was doing the feed me cries. He wasn't even hungry. I mean it's Pebble. He is hungry. Of course he's hungry. What am I saying? Nisty, lol, my dumbass neighbour's bike just broke down. Oh, Val, how about that? Bzz, what's that smell? Burning nutsack. Val, are you okay? What's going on? Oh, Splatoon, you're back. Hi. And BRB on Nisty. One in, one out. Hi. We're animating Frogbert today. Very cute. Let's get this little mouth on now. It's very flat on the side. They do have a little nose bump too. So, oh yeah, definitely that. That. Perfect. And a tongue. Oh, that's cute. Val, Splatoon, weren't you dead? No, they've risen from the dead. They've been resurrected. Welcome back, Splatoon. How have you been? What have you been up to? Let's get that going. What was I going to ask? I had like some fun OC questions I was planning on asking people today. Now I can't remember half of them. Of course I don't. I can talk about plans for the channel though. So there is plans to do an alternative dance. I've mentioned that before, not a dance per se, but an animation. I've not decided on it yet for Inktober. So the concept is going to be like an animation a day. Is the concept we're working with. Is the mouth getting bigger? Not quite. Right. So it's going to be an animation a day, and I want to use other people's OCs similarly to what we've done here. And because it's for October, the requirement will be that people just need to submit their OC with a Halloween costume. So y'all are gonna have to design costumes for your OC. You're gonna have to give your OC some design attentions. Oh no. I mean that sarcastically. I'm sure you enjoy that. Oh no was like, oh no, whatever will I do? Draw the character I love? Oh, I'm going to pass away. I'm joking. I'm not being mean. Um, However, could I draw a character that I like enough that I invented it? Um, so we're thinking some sort of Google Docs. Because Squeaky's been helping me try and work it out. Some form of Google Doc, potentially, or a questionnaire like, do we give, do we keep the tongue for this pose? Will it look too much like Mesmerizer Miku if I do this? Will it look silly and goofy? If you change that, so if you open this mouth a little bit and move it down. So yeah, so it'd be like if it's a survey or a Google Doc, and the plan would be for people to submit their username, whatever they want crediting as, um, their OC as an image with the Halloween costume and without a costume if they really want to. But mandatory information would be whatever your credit would need to be, your OC in the Halloween costume with a reference. It might be a full body situation, it might be a half body situation. We've not decided on that complexity yet. But a colored version of the OC would be needed. It doesn't have to be digital, but it'd need to be colored reference that I can follow. Um, can't remember if there's anything extra at the minute. I'm not sure how to make it yet. Like we say, it may end up being some sort of survey. And depending on interest, if we get an excess amount of applications, it might end up being a wheels situation again. It kind of depends on how much I can get in. Okay. So we're not changing the mouth expressions too much because I want to keep the like little tongue we've got going on. They do have a nose bump and their eyes. So let's see how we're going about those eyes. I'm gonna think a blob. That other darker color isn't picking up. So simplified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might make that yellow there a little bit lighter for the sake of the animation. So it doesn't fade away. I think that's fine. So like this color palette for the eye, that checks out. Not necessarily in that shape. It definitely needs to be a lot rounder. So a little bit of a point to the eye and overall very round. Yeah, like that. That's fine. That's fine. Oops. I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I should have made notes of all the stuff I wanted to tell you all about. And then I wouldn't have gotten it lost. And I wouldn't get distracted. I'd just be like, okay, this, then this, then this. Um, yeah, I could do a poll. Would anyone in chat currently be interested in joining? Let's see, Splatoon, but I'm Kenny, self-pat reference. I never die. Finally got a new OC. Check my dad's account. I'll have a look in a little minute. And random facts about Galaxy. She's British. She burns churches for fun. She's gay. I'm working on her GF right now. Is that anything to do with the character you posted recently? I did see a new OC on your channel. Honesty, bro, the chat suggestion drawing live was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for the feedback because I can do more like that in future. I can do more of those. So what was I doing over on this tab? That. Damn, I just can't remember. This is so frustrating. Oh, you hate when you have things to say and then you forget them. Particularly when you're a streamer and that's kind of what you're meant to be doing. Saying things. Oop. It's probably because I was just asleep, so my brain's not fully awoken, you know? It's kind of like that moment. It's like, you know, when schools start and they always, I don't know, actually, they start different times in different countries, but for England, classes start at like 9 a.m. So depending on where you live, you have to get up at like 6 or 7. I had to get up at 6. And I remember always thinking, it's silly. I would rather school last later and last an hour later and start an hour earlier so that I have time to be up and awake at a normal time before school started. Because my mentality was my first class always felt wasted unless it was something easy like art or music, something that's kind of a bit more restful. I think English was an easy one for me. It didn't require a lot of thinking, but at the same time, even then, if it was a reading lesson and it's first thing in the morning, it's a little bit But I used to always think I would much prefer an extra hour in bed in the morning, more time to actually be awake by the time class starts. But that could just be to do with being a night owl. In fact, that could be a question on the poll. Should we get a poll going, guys? First question on the poll today is going to be if you're a night owl or an early bird. So, how is Galaxy's GF coming as well? So, is it that one that you posted recently, or is that a different one? Mime type lol, my uni starts on the 12th of August. Fun. Hopefully, it's fun. Should be. University, like, I think university in America and university in England are different types of education. Is it the one where you can have the option of moving out if you want to move out to go? If you are going to move out for it, if it's that one, I highly, highly, highly recommend from experience, just pay extra to have a private bathroom if you can. Because here's the thing, statistically from my years in university, there was only ever one person that would clean the shared accommodation kitchen, and it was myself. And going into it, I was like, there's no right, I can risk having to clean the kitchen myself. I can risk that, okay? But I am not chancing having to clean up the bathroom after like 6 or 7 people. So I don't get me wrong, I was on student loans and stuff, and a lot of my budget went on to um getting accommodation where I had my own private bedroom that with a locking door and a private bathroom attached to it, but I had a shared kitchen and a shared hallway. So if you think of the floor plan, you'd have the stairwell here, side quest time, and the stairwell would just kind of stairwell, but it would come to here where we would have door 1 and door 2 between these walls. And these would break into corridors into the flats. So this would be a long corridor, and then going along here would be like doors to rooms, and then down here was a door to a big kitchen. So it'd be kitchen, hall, stairs, and there'd be a locking pin code door here. So this would be your accommodation, your flat. And then whilst you're in there, you'd get a room key and you'd get a bedroom. And then inside the bedroom was essentially kind of shaped like this. Kinda. Actually, no, this wasn't round. That was definitely squared, I think, but they put extra plaster to round it, maybe. So you'd have your entrance here. You'd have a nice big window here. I think the beds were fitted here, and in here was your own private shower and toilet and a sink, I guess. And then you'd had like an L desk and I don't know, shelves and stuff. Yes, I highly, highly recommend if you have the luxury and the bare minimum you want your own private bathroom, because I'm telling you how grim those kitchens got. Goopy, hello. Hi, Goopy. I really like your username. How you doing? Are you here from Artfight? Are you here because you like art and animation in general? I'm currently animating Artfight. This character's called Frogbert. Belongs to ah, it's okay, I have the tab open. Yes, SakuraArtz over on Artfight. I'm just talking about a student accommodation kitchens. So, considering that we're all a bunch of adults there, the grimness those kitchens grimmed was reaping, okay? Oh my gosh. People have no sense. Oh my gosh. Like, we're talking, there were adults here that still had their parents come to the student accommodation to do their dishes. I kid you not, everybody. Dishes. There was an adult man who was resitting his exams again, who was like 28 years old, and he's a 28-year-old man, and his mom was coming to do his dishes every weekend and do his laundry and tidy his room. I also had a flatmate who I didn't even talk to. Like, I wasn't enemies, I was acquaintances. So I wasn't mad at this guy. I was indifferent. I didn't really care. He was kind of there. And I remember at the end of the year, he came out to me. Well, he didn't come out to me. He didn't come out gay. He just came out of his room. And he was like, "Hey, do you know what's do you know if I'll get my deposit back? Because you've been here, you're a second year, I'm a first year." And I was like, "I can take a look at your room and tell you what they will take your deposit for, sure." And I took a look around his room, and there was a lot. And I was like, "Have you started cleaning yet? Or are you just asking for where to start?" And he didn't answer. And I was like, "Okay, well, you've put all your stuff in boxes, which is definitely starting point A. But step two is basic cleaning. Like, if you don't hoover and dust this, they're gonna charge you." And he's like, "Okay, and what about this?" And then he opened his bathroom door. Oh my God. The tiles in there were supposed to be gray, right? They were black. And it wasn't mold, it was just grime and bits of fluff and stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to clean that." And then his shower curtain was covered in like this pink algae. And I was like, you're gonna have to clean that too. This guy, who I barely knew, had the audacity to ask me to do it. I was diagnosed with woman, and so he asked me to do it for him. And I was like, excuse you? Excuse you? Can you imagine that? Imagine some guy. Imagine having imagine having the lack of self-awareness and the ego to ask somebody you don't even know to clean your bathroom for you so that you get the deposit. And no, he didn't say that he'd pay me either. He just asked me to do it. He just expected me to clean his bathroom for him because I'm a girl. Yeah, that was bad. That was a different guy to the guy that had his mum come to do his dishes and laundry each week. Misty, I had 2 moths too. You had 2 moths? Wow. You had 2 months too. My type, I already have the dormitory bed. The conditions are pretty okay there. I'm glad. Val, I feel bad. Do British people only get 1 month? I get 2. 1 month of what? I don't understand. Oh, Astroblaze. Oh, chat's been moving. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Were you talking about school months off? We get part of July, most August. We get around 2 months off for summer, if that's what the question is. Halo, can we get more requests, please? I requested all mine and still didn't get it. Misty, bro, don't remind me of school starting. Not gonna lie, if space. I like space, so I made Galaxy and Nebula GF. That is adorable, Val. I love that. So you'd have Galaxy and Nebula? That's so cute. I might get a space backpack for grade 5. Slay. My uni starts on the 12th of August. On the 12th of August? Really? Does it start on the 12th of August for moving in period, or is it actually starting lessons that early? Because I've heard of them starting early for induction weeks and to teach, show you the layout of campus and stuff. Astroblaze, what about perpetually tired pigeon? And Splatoon, also it's noon. I haven't slept since 1. Ouch, help me. Um, a drink, maybe? Try and relax, get cozy. Hope for the best. Splatoon, do his dishes. He might as well just ask for help counting to 10. Yeah. You know, he was actually very cringe. So, because the hallway was shared as well, and I was the only one that ever cleaned the kitchen. In every year at university, I had a different flat with different flat members because it got shuffled each year. You had to move. Um, yeah, I was always the designated cleaner. People can't even manage clean up after themselves, let alone a rota of clean the kitchen or give the whole, while I'm wiping down the surface, I may as well wipe down the whole kitchen counter. It was literally just a case of, I'll leave it, someone else will get that. No, they won't. I saw somebody, it's crazy. It was another guy this time. So we had like a tumble dryer for clothes that looked kind of like this. You open the door, sorry for the other side quest, and then you get a tumbler like this that you put your clothes in. Okay? Down here is a lint trap, and if you look down at it, it looks like like a slot, and usually it's completely filled with holes. Depending on the dryer, you can even see the floor here. So this is just to catch lint so that you don't get a build up because fire hazard and all that. I saw a guy come down, put his dirty clothes in the tumble dryer. No, it wasn't a combo. And start pouring laundry detergent into that lint trap. And I just stood there whilst he poured it in, and he just stood there and watched it pool out onto the floor. He just stood there as he was actively pouring more in as he was watching this puddle form on the floor of it. We were sat on the table next to table, me and Squeaky, we were sat on the table next to it, like, What's going on here? We're just trying to enjoy like a sandwich or something, like, huh? Could you not? You know? And I stood next to him and I was like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing there? Really calmly. He's like, doing the dishes. I'm doing my laundry. I was like, you're doing your laundry? What do you mean? Tell me what you're doing, please. He goes, well, my dirty clothes. I'm like, dirty clothes, yes, okay. And he's like, and the detergent. And I was like, have you always done your laundry like this? And he nods his head, and I ask him, have you ever wondered why the laundry detergent pours straight onto the floor when when you do your laundry? Have you ever wondered about that? And he goes, yeah, I guess so. And I was like, okay, and he was just staring. He was so confused. I was like, okay, have you ever wondered why your clothes still stink? And he goes, how do you know? And I was like, have you ever wondered about how maybe if you've got, say, like some food or something on your shirt, that it's not come clean? Or like grass stains because this guy was doing sport. Have you ever noticed that your stuff just doesn't come clean or smell clean? And he was like, how did you know? And I said to him, that's not a washing machine. You see, the fact that it's pouring on the floor was kind of a giveaway. And I was being very, I was, like, I wasn't yelling at him or anything. I was literally talking kind of like how I am now. And he was like, oh, well, what is it then? And I was like, it's the dryer. So all you've done is heat and set the stains into your clothes. So that's probably not going to come out now. And the smell will have made the heat will have made the bacteria smell a lot stronger and worse. You've not been doing anything to your clothes. The washing machine is the one next to it that kind of says it's a washing machine. I don't understand how he was doing this and just he'd never asked. He didn't Google it. Why? Google's free. It's right there. But yeah, he just stand there and watch it all pool out onto the floor. And he was doing that for the better part of a year. Because for ages I was confused as to why there was always like big puddles on the floor, right? I'm gonna make these shines little hearts. Make this one a star. Oh, that's cute. That's what we're doing. Absolutely, slay. Me when I can hide extra little fun shapes. But yeah, for the best part of the year, I was like, I wonder why somebody keeps spilling their detergent in this one spot, but it's a bit weird, but I've never caught whoever's doing it because I'm thinking to myself, surely it's an accident, but I just have to wait for whoever's spilling to spill because maybe it's like a hole in their container or whatever if they're reusing one, and I can say, "Hey, I guess you've not noticed when taking your stuff away, but you've got a hole in that container." No, he was just putting it straight on the floor and just watched it happen each time. Never asked questions. Val, got to go. I'll come with my dad's account. Okay, bye bye. Good luck traveling to your father's account. Halo. I need my Thaniel and Cruel King, please. I'm type diagnosed with woman. Yeah. It happens a lot. Whenever like something like that happens, I'm like, ah, I see, I've been diagnosed with woman. The easiest way to describe it. Especially because it's like, ah yes, like with that guy that didn't even really know me and he was like, hey, can you like clean it for me? I think he started off so weedily about it as well, where he was like, "Oh, I have work in the morning," and I was like, "That's fine. It's gonna be here when you get back." Because one of them was he was asking me how to get the algae off of his shower curtain, and at the time I was like, "Well, I know bleach gets rid of it. So if you take the shower curtain down and soak it in bleach overnight, that will be enough to get rid of it, and then you can hang it back up in the morning, and it'll be dry before your departure or whatever." And he's like, "Oh, but I have work in the morning." When it got around to this big list of chores that he didn't want to do, and I was like, "Okay." And I'm already thinking, I'm suspicious. I might know where this is going. He goes, "Oh yeah, but like my checkout is like in 2 days, and I've got work and university like all today and tomorrow. And one, that's already sus. Why would you book checkout on days that you have work and university? If you've still at university, you obviously still need to be in accommodation. You need to be near the campus. Anyway, and they're like, "Oh well, that's a shame. I'm sure you'll find the time. Good luck." And then he was like, he just like kept kind of being really winky about it, and then eventually just straight up went, "Can you do it for me?" No, no, I will not. Master Blaze, I swear you and Squeaky are weirdo magnets. Yeah, we really are. Got some little spots on the cheeks, and then we're going to move on to the cutie mushroom hat. Use some onion skin. Yeah, we are weirdo magnets. We found some proper weirdos living in that student accommodation, honestly. Wasn't the best. I think the worst one was so at the campus I was in, it had multiple halls. So like there'd be like one big campus. It'd have like the main entrance, and then it'd have multiple buildings dotted around that would be student halls. You can call them A, B, and C, buildings A, B, C. And then they'd have like bigger public communicate, not public, like leisure things for the students. Like one was a gym, one was a laundry room, kind of like that. So hypothetically, let's say I'm in building A. The first year I moved in, I got a bunch of weirdo. I had to move. I had to move. So if I was in block A, I had to move to block B. I moved in, and straight off the bat, they were being clicky and weird. And then when we moved into the actual room, well, when I moved in, I'm saying we 'cause my cousin was with me because I was scared because I was like, it's my first year, I'm all alone, come with me. I don't want to be all alone. So my cousin came with me. The one whose birthday it was the other day. Um, Ultimately, they essentially I want to start off by saying I have nothing against polycules. But essentially, these strangers, and they were strangers initially because we started a group chat when the rooms were allocated, um, seem to have formed some form of either polycule or a open relationship type thing with each other. And they just kind of expected me to go along with it. See, now when I say I respect polycules, it's because this definitely isn't that. This is clearly them doing something weird. And polycule is a consenting relationship. And please, I think I'm using that word correctly. I think it refers to polyamory. But this was not a consenting relationship. This was just a bunch of weirdos that were like, hey, we think this. Essentially, they were all being weird. And when I had the audacity to not to be weirded out, like I wasn't disrespectful. I was like, oh, ow, careful, careful, bruh, thanks. A hole in my top. Um, yeah, I remember one of them being like, guy, he was like, I want to see your room, and I was like, well, I've not unpacked my room yet. Was my excuse because this guy was also like 30, and everybody here was like 18, including me. I think I was actually 17 turning 18, and he was like 30. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And I was like, oh, well, I don't want to invite a random man into my room. No. And I used the excuse, oh, well, I haven't moved in yet. So I don't want to I don't want to let you in because obviously there's boxes everywhere. And oh boy, did he get angry. He got so angry. It got to a point at one point where they started like hitting our wall and getting aggressive, playing with knives and stuff, and I'm like, we need to leave. And then I went to the whole accommodation office to say, hey, I need to move. This is happening. They had the audacity to say, oh, well, actually, you can't have your cousin staying with you overnight anymore because the rules say you can only have a guest stay for X amount of nights, and it's been more than that. And my cousin immediately said, I am not going anywhere until you make sure my cousin's in a safer room. And then they moved me to a safer room, and the people in that room were super chill. But yeah, damn, they were weird. They're weird. So I want to say like we're weirdo magnets. Yeah, it happens, but hey, at least you get a fun story to tell people. Didn't get any other experiences like that, but yeah, they continued to be weird, and I don't think they were allowed back the year after because of their antics, let's say, and harassments. But obviously, I didn't know what to do. Like that was not a safe thing, and the concept of if I'd have been in a situation where I couldn't lock my door at night, I don't think I'd have been sleeping there. Pebble, not after what you just did. You just did a naughty. Don't try and do it again. Splatoon, lol, there's a kid in my science class who can't even swear because he can't pronounce nor read hell. So he can say like the swear parts, but he can't say things like the hell. Is it that? I know there's isn't there a speech impediment that genuinely affects how you pronounce L's and R's? Ooh, we're looking kind of cute. Let's hide the guides. Looking pretty cute. Hat? Hat time? Let's see if the Miku cursor's lifted. I'm gonna have a drink first. Splatoon, yes, he is 16. I mean, if he does he have the speech impediment or does he just can't pronounce that one word? Like we know someone that can't pronounce the word hippopotamus. Nothing to do with an impediment and everything to do with haha, you can't say hippo, essentially. Like, is it just funny haha or is it speech impediment? Because if it's speech impediment, then it's kind of not their fault. Well, not kind of, it's just not their fault, you know? But if it's like just a silly haha, you can't swear because you can't pronounce this word, and it's just kind of more light-hearted, then fair play. Nope, it's still happening. It's still looking like a sombrero. Like a lumpy sombrero. What am I doing? Right, let's draw a mushroom. Okay, simple cap. Slightly bent cap. Let's try again. Lumpy, bumpy. Down looks. We've got Colby's hat. Might help to draw the ring first and then draw the top, you know? So if I do like the ring, like a donut shape, and then the top of it, and kind of erase the center, that might be the way to go here. Mind type, there is the Japanese people are affected by it too. Yes, because part of their alphabet, when learning Japanese, there's like a whole section on learning how to pronounce. I think it's like the RI letters, like ri. So this one is one. I think this one's ri, and it's on paper. In English you'd spell it with RI, but the R and the L are like a combined noise that you have to try and say, plus whatever the letter after is, and that has like a ra, ri, ru, re, ro as part of the alphabet. And there's like this whole section where they're trying to teach you how to pronounce it. Sometimes, like, especially when it's from a place of learning and nothing is being done mockingly, it can be a wholesome, silly experience where it's like, today we're going to learn how to pronounce the difficult to pronounce letters because it's not necessarily in your dialect, but it is in this one. And then my cousin experienced it when learning Greek as well. Where again, like, I'm not saying just like clear point. Do not mock people's accents. It's not good. But genuinely, it can be wholesome if it's done through learning and you're actually trying. There's a lot of Chinese as well where it can be hard to pronounce it. I think in Spanish, A lot of people struggle with words where you have to roll the R. It is interesting. It's interesting. Right. I'm gonna try this again. Please. Jcrow, you can do this. You can do this. Right, let's hide the guide. Okay, so I'm gonna start with like the ring. So we've got a chunky. Ignore this bit. No, no. Try again. It's gonna be Hatsune Miku's hair all over again. Why am I struggling with this bit? I'm fighting for my life. Help me. Oh, so another thing that I forgot to mention. Oh, wait, that one maybe. That one maybe if I clean up that tail bit. One thing that Squeaky came up with, concept of launching a Patreon. Woo, spend money, but I want to try and keep it accessible. So, Mentos, whose phone is ringing? Mine. Splatoon. Um, Here's the thing though, he can see Eleanor properly. Huh. And he's a pervert and he can pronounce what? Am I meant to attempt that? Hippomotomostrophia alu alidophobia? Just fine. Sounds like he might be playing it up for attention then. Also, if he's like creeping on people, then I'm not going to defend this person anymore. No more defense for this guy. Um, are the spots consistent? Aha, they're not. I can just draw spots then. Ooh, actually, if I draw the spots in different colors, I can change their line art later. That wasn't the goal. Different colors, I said. There we go. Hello, Pebble. But yes, the concept of a Patreon, because going back to the Inktober subject, if I do like a $1, £1 type subscription, it could give access to the files a lot easier than, for example, if I was to do it with Happy Dance, right? So if I did it with Happy Dance, one, it should give me a place to share the GIFs easier because that's been one of the main drawbacks after it wasn't allowed on Artfight. Um, However, we could use it to put previews up early so you could get sneak peeks. Sneak peeks are fun. Um, but we could also use it to distribute gifts to the characters. So going back to the idea of doing a why is it doing that? You know, the Inktober. Splatoon. It's the fear of long words. That is both divine irony and evil. Why has it got the word hippo in it? Is it because hippo's a long word? Hippopotamus? They definitely do it on purpose. Um, I'm just gonna call it hippopotamusophobia. But yeah, I can also was thinking one thing for Patreon as well that Squeaky came up with was actually okay. So I think the hat on this side would be low down again, like animated lock screens and stuff. But yeah, it was the concept of if I did it with the Happy Dance, which I'm not, but if I did, it'd be like, oh, the gifts are all uploaded there. You've got previews of the gifts and stuff. So it just gives you a little bit of extra content where it's like, hey, do you want to see your dance early? Or do you want to see tests of it early? Do you want to see extra behind the scenes that aren't in the stream? It would just give more in terms of that. Yes, I am cheating with the hat because it was giving me problems. And I think on these frames we can get away with it, but on another frame I want to change the perspective a little bit. Sorry, I've got hiccups, so I'm talking a bit funny. A Splatoon, I have no clue. So thank you for the likes on the video so far, everybody. We're up to 6, which is amazing. I appreciate it. Especially considering I was off to such a slow start today. But Artfight's nearly come to an end too. Unfortunately, there will be less happy dancers after this. After this week. I think this is the last week. So we might be able to get the hat the same on this frame as well. If we tilt it. Ooh. Let's see. Also, we've not checked the poll yet. Whoa. Did not intend to do that. Squeaky clean butts. Welcome, Squeaky. I'm doing a frog. Doing a little froggy. How's Pebble? I can totally hear that you two are the best of friends at the minute. He jumped on me earlier and ripped my shirt. Delightful. Appreciate it. Appreciated that one. Yeah, you, culprit, walking in the room like nothing happened. Culprit. Menace. Chirp. Literally walking in the room singing like nothing happened. Can you believe him? Pebble. Do you want to say hi to chat? I can't draw if you're on my arm. I can't draw if you're in my face. Hi. Hello. Cuddle and purr. Wow. What wisdom. You've never. Can you believe this, everyone? Pebble's saying cuddle and purr. He has never said cuddle and purr in his life. That's definitely a new one for Pebble. Just realized this is as thick as the hat itself has been. So this ideally would want to be the outer ring of that if I'm tilting it upward. I'm trying to go for something kind of like, I'm just trying to work out how it's going to look on the head. Something like that, and then we want the top of it. Pebble, hard to draw while you're doing that, please. No, this isn't looking, it's turning into a bucket hat. So we want the round part, curve, and around again. Maybe? Thank you, Pebble, for your help and clawing up my arm because you jumped. That was so helpful. Sometimes he gets startled, and if he's on you, it means that you're the victim. So he'll get startled and just jump off you like a springboard, and if his nails haven't been filed, he will catch you with them. So he's not doing it on purpose. He just needs his nails doing. This isn't. This isn't. This. It's not working. Cheat time. Oh, let's see. I mean, so far it's looking pretty cute. Froggy. Halo, my man. Why? Oh man, why do I decide to make the hardest characters to draw? And Splatoon, by the way, did you know there is a song based off hippomotomostrophia? How are you actually meant to pronounce that? What's the song? Go on. Give us the bop. Give us the bop. I'm just going to keep the hat again. It's fine. It's fine. I'm having a bit of an off day. It's okay. Oh heck, I've not got my laptop charger plugged in. Oh yeah, Astroblaze. Have you been in work? Have you done any more of your sketchbook illustrations? I always love to know about them. Has anyone else done any art today? That's a question we've not had yet. Now then, OC questions as well as a fun one. Right, okay, I have a plan. I'm gonna test out my plan, my cunning plan. Splatoon, I'll sing it on Discord. What, you want me to sing? You want me to sing? I don't know how that's gonna go. Bring hat down, and we're going to put. Okay, you can see where I'm going with this. Push down more. Frog. Okay. Hat up a bit more. Yes, it's probably an easier way to do this, but brain's slow. Just had nap. Paste again, frog. Okay, concept from this angle. Can we work backwards? Would that look okay? If we kind of like round the rest of the frog's face and then try and curve these inward more. Edit it a bit. Curve it inwardly. Get rid of the lines on the face. Uh, I think we're on the right track. If I edit it correctly. I'll edit it later because I don't want to get boring. I don't want to be boring on the stream. But we can get some color on in the meantime. I'll mess around with that particular frame later. Wait, what's going on there? Oh, it's the frame that I'm messing with. F. Nope, not that one. Skip that one. No, we're skipping that one. Yes, we're on this one. Oh, got some overlap here. So yeah, Patreon is an idea to set up. We can have. It means that animations can have a Patreon supporters credit. It can have other stuff too. But yeah, we just thought it might be a fun way to share previews, and then if people want the extra previews, they can. Nisty, you just reminded me, I gotta make another hazard sign. What's the hazard gonna be for? Sneezing? Pebble. Beware the pebble. Him's claws need manicure. Beware. Smelly baby. You too, Regeki, you too. Don't worry, Regeki. Astro Blaze, I finished the Loser Baby one today and I've planned out my next one. It's going to be a slightly bigger piece. Okay. Splatoon, now I'm sending you the karaoke link. No, I don't even know how to say it. Attempts can be made, potentially. Okay, looking pretty cute so far. Cute. The hat, the outer side of the hat can change line art color back, I think. But then again, we do have it in color. So though I could have it in the off pink brown color, I could color it properly. We'll see. Orangish hat. And the line art shade? Yeah. That's the one I'm skipping for now because I can't do it. My plight. Oh, and the poll. What's the poll at? Let's see. Let's see. Who's early birds? Who's night owls? Night owl is winning by 88%. Early birds. Early birds, you're losing. To be fair, I feel like it is way more common for artists to be night owls. From what I've seen. Like, obviously, the early bird artist probably exists out there somewhere. You know, like other mythological creatures. Okay, I've got some colour. Cute. Apart from that one frame that I'm not colouring because I need to edit the hat. Okay, so, ooh, Cutie has a cape. I'm not sure. I might change the angle on the hat here. Make it curve in a bit like that. Might look better. I like that. Yeah, I'm fixing that. I might add that angle to all of them. I might end up just redoing the hat because I'm not having much luck with it today. Again, I blame the fact that I've just woken up and my brain is going slow. So what time did everyone else have to get up to school? Like, either what time do you or what time did you? So for me, school started at 8, but I had to be awake at like 6 a.m. to get ready on time for the bus. Because if I got up any later, I would be rushing. And the last thing I wanted to do early morning was also be in a rush. And even then, I'd end up missing breakfast a few times a week. Yeah, I'll be adding that curve to the hat on all of them because that looks pretty good. That's how I should have thought about it. I was thinking about it wrong. I should have been thinking about it the whole time as like a cap. And Nisty, Jcrow, which one are you? And geez, my spine hurts. Maybe stand and stretch your spine. Would that help? I know it's if it's because you've got a naff chair. It's not gonna help much, but stretching will at least help a bit, maybe, hopefully. Unless you do what I did earlier, that was painful. I like pinched a vertebrae or something whilst I was stretching and kind of like cracking my back, and it hurt so badly I physically couldn't breathe. Don't recommend. Anyway, Nisty, I'm a night owl. I'm a night owl so bad I have insomnia. I'm an insomnia. It's not severe, but it's better than it was. When I say insomniac, I mean sometimes I'd go weeks without sleeping on end. No naps. No naps. No matter how tired I felt, no matter how exhausted I was, no matter how much my eyes burnt, no matter how much I craved putting my brain in a bathtub and going to sleep, you know? Just wash that thing out from the day. I could not fall asleep, no matter what I tried. Um, and doctors were always like, "Oh, have you tried turning all the lights off? Have you tried not going on your phone for an hour before bed?" And it's like, bruh, I have. But now I'm a normal night owl. Well, I'm not per se fully normal. I do still have the insomnia. It's just more I can go a night without sleeping. So sometimes it keeps me awake all night, but usually it's just a night, and then sometimes it flares up more. For example, I have this week, for the first time in a while, had a 3 night in a row can't sleep, but I at least managed to take naps. So it's better than what I was putting up with in university, as in I got a nap as a treat, apparently. Okay, so the other side of the cape there is definitely hidden by the hand. This one, some of it's hidden by the hand, but not all, so we're gonna put it in place anyway. And it'll be fixed up later. Maybe we'd be able to actually see that much of it on the other side. Like a bump. There you go. Nisty, can't usually I miss I wake Splatoon, I wake up at 6 to go at 7:45. I hate getting up at 6 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry you have to get up so early. Even if you enjoy getting up early, my brain's like, secretly, secretly. And Nisty, I miss breakfast every day. Oh gosh. Yeah. And I like breakfast too. Breakfast is a good meal. Can't usually even eat in the mornings because I haven't eaten breakfast in years. Shit, I've always been scared of my brain forgetting how to sleep. That is quite a strong fear, actually. In terms of like fucky fears, I think that's a pretty strong candidate. The fear of your brain doing something in general is quite strong because it's one you can't control. There's not a lot you can do to say, oh, well, rationally, this. It's like, it's my brain, it might. It might, you know? What if? And then what ifs can kind of get out of hand. Splatoon. What sleep? Sarcasm. Sarcasm. Are you sure you don't want me to pull out Wikipedia? I'll pull out the definition for you. I am the internet. I am TikTok. I have taken what you have said literally. Can't possibly be sarcasm. What do you mean? Yeah, this is gonna look a lot nicer when I fix that hat. I'm sorry, Frogbert. I'm making you look goofy with the hat looking so lumpy, but at least it's the main shape and color in place, and now I've got that far, I can actually see what I was doing wrong. Okay, I think little fella needs the hands next, and then we can do the bow tassel here on the collar. And then the outfit's pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, frog feet. And probably give the little guy his guitar. Um, Misty, bro, I got enough mental issues, no space for insomnia. Mental issues combined with insomnia is gonna be awful because the insomnia is making you stay awake. So it's like I do having hello Pebble. Hey yo Pebble. Oh hey yo Pebble. Yes, you want attention. How do you do? Shake paw. Can I help you? Pebble, make your decision, please. Yeah, so like I have anxiety. So on a day where your insomnia is acting up, it's keeping you awake. So you don't even get that break of, oh wow, I'm just gonna go bed and sleep this off. Tough. No, you ain't. So I can imagine it as like it Pebble, what are you doing? It's like obviously there can be worse than that as well. But if you've got insomnia, you're just kind of stuck with it. Pebble, I can't see. Pebble, I don't want booting face. No, no, no! I don't want booting face. No, stop. I was bending over like a pretzel, and he just kept backing up and putting his butt in my face. Pebble, no booting face. Booting face make me sad face like this. Biggest sad. Don't cat butt. He's like this. Oh, it's my boot, Mimi Pebble. Chat, do you want cat the booting face? He's not even embarrassed. Imagine backing up into someone's face. Uh, ew. That hand is so wobbly. I wonder if it's anything to do with the fact I couldn't see what I was doing. No, go away, big sad face. I don't need you now. Why is that bit being weird? What is that? Brother, something on the screen or something? Why is the pen being weird? Bro. Splatoon, I have Sparkle. 5 mental problems. Sparkle. Help me. I will help you by giving you the advice of don't get insomnia. Don't add that. I'm sorry, I've got 5 mental problems though. It sounds like it's already a full plate, definitely. The best person that can help you with that is hopefully your doctor. I say hopefully because I'm aware how useless doctors can be and how some of them are also stuck behind paywalls and stupid business practices that make them impossible to actually see, even if you have them as a, something you should be able to access. Like the amount of them in the UK that try and palm you off with phone call appointments now. I full on have friends that have called over things like a skin condition, like a rash, and then the doctor's like, phone call appointment, and it's like, no, you need to see it. Video appointment at the bare minimum. And they're like, no, I can guess. I am a professional doctor. I will guess and give you guess medicine to fix it. You're welcome. Mime type, it's not mental problems, it's a mental opportunity. Positive outlook, nice. Nisty, I've literally told them I don't want help. I haven't been diagnosed with anything because I don't fuck with therapists, but I know that shit ain't normal. I get what you mean. Therapy can be a very vulnerable thing as well. So, and it also depends on your area as well as to what your government and stuff are like for providing therapies and different standards and all that for their practices. Like different places have different procedures. In general, I'm aware it's a very, very good tool. I would advocate for it if needed, but obviously the patient and the person on the receiving end needs to be comfortable with it, else it's probably not going to go very far. Like if you spend the whole time guarded and no and won't open up, then obviously it's not the right treatment for you. You're going to be aware that if it's something that you're absolutely against or not. I don't think there's anything wrong with therapy in general. I think it is a good tool, but I do understand that different people, different stages of life, different approaches to their own way of dealing things with things. Okay, so this is where they jump down, so we're gonna have it kind of like this. That's behind the hand, but we can still kind of do the bottom tassels, maybe? The chest. How are you doing, Pebble? You look very pleased. Last night there was a fly, well, a moth actually, on the ceiling. He was staring at it for hours. Didn't even move. He was stood like a meerkat. He was stood up like a meerkat on top of the cat wall. So he was like up on the ceiling, stood up like a meerkat, staring at this moth on the ceiling. That was like occasionally going for a little walk across the ceiling. Really funny. Such a smart catto. And then he boots in your face and is like, no, I don't want cat butt in the face, thank you. Mime type. Do you Finns have mandatory conscription laws, Nisty? Nisty conscription? Is that to do with when you get drafted into the military? Splatoon, here's a rundown. Anxiety, ADHD, OCD, sensory processing disorders, and insomnia. You wanna got the insomnia? I'm sorry. They're all very valid. It's just like having all of them and then to boot. By the way, if you want to try and sleep through some of these side effects, you can't. It's like insult to injury. It does sound like you can have quite a time with it, because a lot of those conditions can trigger each other. I'm so sorry. Like in context, stuff like sensory processing can easily trigger like the ADHD overstimulation, which can trigger the anxiety. They're all holding hands. They're not helping. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get the green on these hands to be not green. So green is not. The line art color. Right, what are the sleeves? Full length, short length? Right, so it looks like elbow length sleeves, a little vest, and some poofy pants. Okie dokie. So we want pretty simple clothing for this. Nisty. Yes, all males are required to go into the army unless you're diagnosed with mental problems or if you have any disabilities. Okay. Mime type, yeah, involuntary draft kind of stuff. One of our we don't have that in England, but get this. One of our prime ministers. Oh my gosh, it was a mess. Okay, so he basically wasn't elected, but ended up the prime minister anyway, which is kind of like being the president. You're in charge. Um, he he was like, big brain. How can I gain voters? Because the youths don't want me here. And the only people that are voting me in are people that are loyal to the party for some reason. An older generation. What will win over those youthful votes? And he came up with mandatory drafts. He came up with mandatory drafts as a potential thing. And it's like, oh, that's a great way to encourage the youths to actually get up and vote, not you. That was smart. Well done. Go you. That was such a big plan. So big brain, about as big brain as everything else you've come up with, but big brain. Well done. I'm sorry, but like no one's even interested. The wars that governments are trying to fight recently as well, the public are strongly against. It's like the situation with Palestine, and do you remember there was a lot of publicity with governments being called asking governments to call for a ceasefire. And I remember the British government turned around and voted against calling for a ceasefire. I don't know why. And then they were like, oh, yes, Britain is with Israel. And everybody had a humongous protest about it to make a massive point of, the government is, but we're not. You do not speak for the rest of us. Majority of the public are ceasefire. Stuff like that. And it's the concept of let's take a look at what you would want us to fight for. Let's line it up with morals. And a lot of British youths, I've noticed, have been discussing the concept of if you get drafted and don't go, you face jail time, right? And people are like, there are people that will rather just go to jail than like fight the wars that the government are kind of eyeballing right now. I've seen quite a bit of talk about it online. But yeah, I think if you get drafted and you don't go, the most you get here is jail time. I don't know. It's probably different in other countries. What happens if you ignore a draft? I mean, the last time we had forced mandatory drafts was World War II, and they kept around people that physically couldn't. So if you were sick or disabled, obviously you couldn't go. The women stayed because we're just feeble. We can't possibly lift a gun. That is too strong. We are only strong enough to lift a broom. Sarcasm, by the way. Anyway, and then the children were all like sent to the countryside for safety. Oh, we got a subscriber. I heard the notification. Thank you. That means the animation should play on the screen and shout you out. Does my notification say who it was though? Oh, I can't see who you are, but if you pop up on screen, I will shout out. Thank you. Appreciation. Oh, it was Yar too. Oh, Yaratu. Welcome. Thank you. Um, but yeah, the last draft we had was World War II. Um, can't remember. I think the biggest repercussion for not going is literally just jail. Prison time for you. That's it. Rugeki, what are you doing? Rugeki. Hmm. So, chat, would you rather be the lead singer of an unsuccessful band? So, like, you're the lead singer, but you're not very well known, you're indie. Or would you rather be the backup singer to a very successful band? Rugeki. Oh, he's scratching cardboard box. He can scratch the cardboard box. I don't care about that box. It looked like he was scratching up the coffee table, and I was like, that's a weird noise for the table to be making. Mime type. In here, you get some hefty fines for avoiding the draft, and only then you go to jail. So you get fined and then sent to jail? Splatoon. Wait, is PTSD a disorder because I have that? PTSD is a disorder. And that's also another tricky one to have amongst the other ones because that will also be one that spirals. Spirals the other. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing out of meanness. I'm laughing out of that kind of, you know, like that half sympathy, half style sigh because I also have PTSD and the anxiety and a bit obsessive compulsive, but not terribly. It's mostly it's less is what it is and more it's triggered because unfortunately and I'm free of it now. Nice clean house, but grew up in like a hoarding situation and that wasn't great. So now clutter can like be very stressful, but it triggers the PTSD. So I know how stressful that one can be. I hope you have found ways to moderate and control it or help it. So we've got little belts, we have poofy pants. Splatoon Kim. Rosie, hi, welcome. Hi, hello. How are you doing? We were talking about drafts and World War II. Oh, and Uzi, just ask the question if you'd rather be the lead singer in an indie band or a backup singer in a successful bigger band, mainstream band, that word. Mr. Blaze, you'd rather be the lead singer in an indie band. Not sure which one I would pick. I think lead singer in an indie band? It could be anything though, because like some mainstream music is fun. Like think about K-pop groups and J-pop groups. Oops. Redo that. Like you'd be a backup singer there potentially, but they're pretty great. Think about the costumes. You get the pretty costumes, you get the really fun choreography. But then they also have the pressure to try and stand out as well. Are the pants poofy at the bottom? Are they laced? Yeah, they're kind of like laced and poofy. So we're gonna have like poof pants? Or maybe if I just poof it at the bottom. Yeah, we're just gonna put the poof at the bottom of the trousers. Speaking of poof, Fairly Odd Parents is all over my For You page. I've not even had any interest in Fairly Odd Parents since like I used to watch it as a kid on Nickelodeon. But they've introduced Poof, the baby fairy, as an adult, and now everyone's going crazy. He might end up the new Tumblr sexy man. I'm sorry, Sans Undertale, you've been dethroned. Splatoon, you want to be the backup singer, but my ADHD would have a stroke. What, being the backup singer? Misty, I might have CPTSD because both my siblings have it. There's a chance there. If your other siblings, if you've been through the same experience and your siblings, you may have come out unharmed, you may have been able to process it. But if you've been through collectively the similar experience, there is the chance that you may have certain triggers and stuff like that too. Uzi, guess who just got a Miku keychain? It is me. Amazing. Miku is which kind of figure? Is it one of the figure keychains where you get like kind of like an Android on a chain? Is it like an acrylic keychain? Oh, I used to love those figure keychains so much because I was povo and I couldn't afford Nendoroid. I still don't have any Nendoroids. One day I'll get a Nendoroid, okay? Um, although now I'm like, I really want one of them ball jointed doll type Nendoroids they do. They've released a few Miku ones as well. Because one of my problems as a child was how they're better now, like Monster High and stuff, but at the time, the dolls, like, they didn't have good joints. And it used to bother me because you couldn't really play with them properly because of it. They were limited. So I'm like, that's probably why I love like Figma and Nendoroid now, because I'm like, oh, they're so posable and customizable. They're so cute. But yeah, I used to love those like key rings. They were probably bootlegs, but my local anime store, it was a market store in a market hall, would get them in. And I remember the first one I bought was Konata from Lucky Star. And it was one of them Nendroid keyrings where it just looks like a Nendroid on a chain. I absolutely adored her. And then she broke. So like it was like her head and then her hair piece like this, and then the keyring, and then obviously her body here. And the body detached one day. Yeah. It was really cool though. Do you know how cool it was? The mean girls were the ones that saw when I was like crossing the road into school, and that's when Conata's body fell onto the floor. I hadn't noticed because it was on my backpack. The mean girls noticed and were like, "Oh no, your keyring broke!" And like pointed it out. They stopped me because I had headphones on and was like, "Your keyring broke!" And pointed it out so I could go back and get her. Even the like, and I say the mean girls, not just like stereotyping. I mean, they used to be. They would bully me. They were bullies. They weren't just like a mean girl trope. They were the bullies. They were mean to me as well. And even they were like, "No, your keyring broke. You must fix that. That's kind of cool actually." Maybe it's just because Konata is just too good. Ma Mako match. Anyway, Sans Undertale will never be fro dethroned from Tumblr's sexy man. Were you summoned from the lurk or summoned from the pits of YouTube by Sans's title being threatened? Because that's kind of funny. You're there like, my Tumblr sexy man senses are tingling. Something's not right. Did you? Does that mean you're aware of the Tumblr sexy man competition they did? Um, clarify to chat. This sexy man thing, it's not actual sexualization. It is meme. It's memes. It's memes. We hope it's mostly memes. For example, one of them is the voice actor for, is it Night Vale? And people were just voting. I think Bill Cipher might have been in there. So I remember there being Bill Cipher, the one slur, and it was when the poll feature just came out on Tumblr, and people were making polls like crazy, and someone was like, "Time to find out the true bad boy of Tumblr." Mac ripped Connor to cheat keychain, and yes, you were. Uzi, RIP Connor to keychain. I know, it was so sad. And like it popped back on because it was one of them where, where the joints are shaped like this, and then it's like just a hole, and it kind of like popped together. So it was a standard joint that you'd expect from an Android keyring, but after that point, it just kept coming away, and my parents didn't care enough to let me use the glue. Should have stole the glue. They're not gonna notice that much. There's no way they'd have noticed enough to like lightly dust. No, a little bit of Konata. Should have just used it. Misty Jcrow, have you watched Danny Smoke in Furryland? No, that's a really specific title. I would have remembered that. Splatoon. Oh, hell. Oh, that word that that one person in your class can't pronounce. Splatoon, that happened? Yes, it. Oh, about the key ring, or about not the key ring, about the got the other bit. Yeah. And Splatoon, my dream, cause World War III, or be a famous kabuki performance artist. Also, Astroblaze, you did mention earlier that that's why you'd rather be the lead singer in the band in an indie band because the amount of attention. Valid. But also, Astroblaze Sans already got dethroned last year. I think he did, and I can't remember what it was that dethroned him. Uzi, guess who's going to Target? Spoiler, me. Target, yeah. I always see all the cool stuff Target gets in and get a little bit jealous. I would like to window shop in Target. We get a version of TK Maxx, well, TJ Maxx for America. We have TK Maxx. It's exactly the same store. I don't know why it was renamed in the UK to TK. For TJ, it makes no sense. But same store, however, they don't get the same stuff in. For example, I saw a post recently, well, not recently enough, there's no way they'd still be in stores, but they got like these cute Sanrio wall hangers that were like swings, and then they'd have the characters sat on the swing and they'd hold on to the very cute, very cute. Cute. Anyway, so that being an example, our stores didn't have it. They never do. They never have the same stuff. This is when someone appears in chat and goes, actually, you just suck. I find the American stuff in RTK Maxx all the time. What? Splatoon. Wait, what? Mr. Blaze, it was Cecil from Welcome. Oh, Welcome to Night Vale. He won. Okay, he dethroned Snaz. R.I.P. Snaz. Okay, this is looking pretty cute, and it'll look even cuter once I fix the hat. Uzi, oop, Misty, guns are cool. Man, I'm hungry. Man type guns are really cool. Where guns? Oh, Mac there. I hate Target. They sell literal machine guns. I do find that as someone, I believe as someone from England, as European, it is really odd concept of being able to buy your groceries and a gun from the same place. The concept of being able to put like a school uniform in the same cart as a handgun or something is just bizarre. Oh wait, have we done the pants wrong? Did I just go? Wait, I have an idea. So if they have like poofy pants, we can put the ruffles or something at the bottom, like this. Yeah, we didn't do it wrong. Nisty, my man. And they will have their webbed feet, but at the moment I'm focusing on the leg and the ruffles. Let's see. Splatoon, if you're hungry, eat a gun. American. Well done. Splatoon was in Afghanistan. Nah, I agree. Just seeing guns in person gives me PTSD. Um, if someone in chat's getting PTSD from gun visuals, we can drop the context in general. There's plenty to talk about that aren't weapons of that variety. Like morning stars. Or flails, the one where it's like a chain with a big ball of spikes on it. Or weapons like Rageki's claws. Or his turds in the litter box. They're pretty lethal, aren't they, Rageki? He's cuddling a box right now. Right, so it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, like that. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Flick. I think that's fine. That's fine. And Uzi, yeah, I'm lazy. I have fan art I need to do, but I'm so lazy. What's the fan art? Tell us. That's Splatoon. What? Oh no, did Splatoon get drafted? There's all this mentions about forced drafts. Now chat's getting drafted too. Damn. No. There's another. I wonder. Wait, sorry if this is insensitive, but would muskets give you? Um. I have another interesting would you rather, which is would you rather have a university named after you? So some people will name universities after places and people, right? So would you rather have a university named after you or a sports stadium named after you? Yeah, people name buildings. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. Toasty, hi. Hi, Toasty. How you doing? Uzi. It's fan art for someone on CapCut. On CapCut as in it's somewhat fan art for someone made via CapCut, or it's fan art for somebody who exists on CapCut. I didn't know CapCut itself was a social media, if that's the case. I thought CapCut was a video editing app. One, two, three, four. Oh yeah, and a few people have potted in, so that would be Uzi and Toasty. This is the OC we're working on today. It's Frogbert. They're a frog. I need to fix the hat. It's fine. It will look a lot better once I'm working on like the overlap thing, like in this frame. This is who we're working on today, Froggy. I'm currently doing the ruffles on their trousers. Splatoon. Uzi, it's for someone who makes videos. Okay. One, two, three, and one, two, three. Gotta count them. Or I'll goof. Pebble, you're not stuck. You're fine, don't worry. Don't worry, you're fine. I've seen you jump down from worse. Pebble has this game he likes to play where he pretends he's stuck. It's because he wants to be picked up and given a hug. Literally, he wants to be picked up, hugged, and then he'll jump back onto where he was perched. Because he wants to be there, he just wants a little bit of attention, which is valid. Don't we all just want a little bit of attention? Yes, Pebble. Thing is I'm live at the minute, and I can't be bothered moving all the wires off my knee to play Pick Up Pebble. No, we're not playing Pick Up Pebble. Oh no, you're gonna have to be stuck and doomed. Doomed Pebble on the shelf. Aw. Ugh, I feel bad. He's not even stuck. I feel mean. Ugh, why is the line going so wobbly? And Misty, Mime disease? Is that like Lyme disease? Toasty, you just got back from the arcade. That sounds fun. I'm jealous. Jealous. I want to go to arcade. Did you win anything? Did you go in it claw games? The claw games are my favorite. Splatoon dog. We're going to Zako's skating Olympics. Really? Win a trophy. Win trophies. Let's see. So cute. Thank you. Match. Neither. I would rather KMS. It's cringe. Cringes me out whenever somebody names a school or a building they made after themselves, except people who name them after cool historical figures. Yeah. Mime type. Yeah, you lose speech and become pale, and worst of all, it makes you French. Oh no, does that mean Eden has Mime disease? Is that what happened? Missy, bro, my cat once jumped from the second floor onto a pile of garbage. Oh no. And help, why is French censored? French is censored? Uzi, nah, I died. No. And Toasty, I won a lot. What did you win? Tell us of your loot. I want to know. I love arcades. I love aquariums, and I think I love the ocean and I love aquariums. And I think I associate them low key with arcades because usually if you're at a beach, there's a good chance that you're at a tourist destination type beach, and that means there might be arcades. A very popular one for that in the UK is called Blackpool. They have all sorts up there. So as a tourist, it's great if you're a tourist. It's not a great place to live. I know that because I met people in university who used to live there. But from a tourist perspective, before British changed their water laws, do not go swimming in the UK. During COVID, they gave a water break to the water companies and told them they can dump untreated water straight into the ocean. Yeah, I don't know why, but they did. And they never changed it. Don't swim. Pools are literally cleaner. Um, what was I saying anyway? Yeah, so Blackpool's a popular one for a lot of people because it has multiple piers out onto the ocean, which have rides on them. And you might be saying, wow, Jcrow, I'd be terrified that the giant rides will like break and fall into the ocean with me attached to them. And yes, that is definitely a thought every time I'm on a ride on that pier. They have Pleasure Beach, which is an actual fair on solid ground. That's pretty cool. They recently got recently, in the past 10 years, they got like giant Pokemon plushies as prizes for it and just kept them. So that's pretty cool. They have a Nickelodeon land there too, if you like Nickelodeon. They have giant arcades, so many arcades. They have wax museums, if you like that. They have a horror museum type thing. I remember some sort of haunted doll collection. Edinburgh is also a really good one for museums. God, their museums were amazing. There were museums in Edinburgh that were so big you needed more than a day to get around, genuinely. I don't know if it's just because the museum was that big or because me and my friend were just taking that much time reading everything and getting around it, but it was amazing. They had some beautiful artifacts and clothes and things from different countries and around the world. Very, very pretty. That one was Edinburgh Museums, though. Jcrow has a lot of interestingly themed cafes, and they have ghost tours as well. So there's a lot of culture and history in Edinburgh, and one of the popular attractions they have are night tours, which is literally tours that take place at night in the dark, and a lot of them are ghost crawls because they have a lot of history regarding ghosts. So there's a lot of nighttime tours around like old, decrepit, out of use um dungeon-esque, like they weren't actually dungeons but like basements that are all stony. There are crypts, there are graveyard tours. It's great. But then they also have a lot of fun themed cafes too. Toasty, you won 4 plushies, 2 necklaces, a pencil, lights, and sticky notes. You made bank. Splatoon, the trophy is a Splatoon 3 game copy. That sounds like a pretty good trophy. Oh, Toasty, you made such bank there. What were the plushies? I'm curious. Are they like character plushies or are they just like cute teddy bear type plushie? And Mac, I just want to reflect the image in my head to drawing, not not improve. I don't know how to improve, bro. Um, and Travis, hi, welcome back, Travis. There is a I do have an art server and open there's an invite to it in the description. So if you use Discord and there is a feed channel there, there's a lot of artists that do lots of different types of art. So you might be able to get some feedback there if you're interested. It's hard to give you advice on how to improve if I don't know what your work looks like. Alternatively, if you let me know what your social medias are, I could check it out. Or you could tell me in chat if you could describe what it is that you want to improve. Like if you're like, oh, I do cell shading, coloring, but I want to improve it, what do? Travis. Oh, what's the matter, Travis? Toasty, I almost want a Miku plushie. You have Miku plushies in your arcades? What the heck? Do you know a funny one I saw once? Okay, this one was the best one. I was going to say, one, we usually just have a bunch of stitches in ours. Two, there was these Encanto plushies, and they were quite cute, so I'm going to draw like a generic pose. So the Encanto plushie itself, there were plushies that were posed like this, so they're kind of sitting down, right? And they have like oversized heads. I think I can't remember the name of the little boy in is it Antonio maybe? But they had the little boy, they had Bruno, they had Mirabelle, and Antonio has an afro like this, big afro. And then all of the other dolls had the exact same haircut. That's why I've drawn you a little picture. So the face would be changed, completely different embroidery on the face per character, completely different outfit per character. So the embroidery was different, the outfits were different, so it was a different doll, but the afro was copy and pasted onto every single doll. The Louisa, the Mirabelle, the Bruno, they all had the exact same hair as the little boy. Now it was correct for the little boy because that's his haircut, right? But they all had his haircut specifically. Even though the rest of them, like I say, it's not even like it was a cheap doll. The bit that was throwing me was the rest of it was very well made. It wasn't even like a printed face, it was embroidered on. Well, what our guess is that the manufacturer had messed up and started putting the same haircut on everybody. But yeah, that was funny. That was unfortunate though, because the arcade we were visiting, a hen party came in and they decided they wanted to have like something to take home for their event, right? Obviously they want to remember the day. Oh, they put so much money into those claw machines. So much money into those claw machines. They ended up winning a prize from every single claw machine in the building, regardless of what it was. So their plan was we're all going to have a gift and we're all going to take like one of these. They spent so much money. The bit that sucks though is if you're not aware, claw machines, they're set to take so much money and pay out so much money after so much time. So you'll get, like when they do like the grab and you're like, oh wow, that looks like it could have, but it didn't. It's a lot of them are programmed to, and because each venue can change the income setting on them too. But yeah, they're programmed to take so much. So if yours is like, oh, once someone's put £20 into this machine, it'll pay out. Then you get a chance at a proper grab at £20, right? So you still have to win based on with skill, but it means it's going to actually do a grab strong enough to let you win. And unfortunately, these women went and put so much money into all the machines and won on all of them, which meant for the rest of the holiday, we were like, there's no point playing the machines. So I understand there's a strong chance you're not going to win anything on a claw machine, but I really enjoy playing them. I really enjoy the game of them. My rule with them is like I'll put a few pounds in, I'll enjoy for fun. My rules with them are one, I won't play the claw machine if there isn't a toy in it that I wouldn't mind. So if I look at the machine and it's all dolls that I couldn't care less about, I'm not going to bother because there's always a chance that I'm going to win it and then be stuck with a doll I don't like want, and then what's the point? So one, it has to have something I wouldn't mind actually winning. Two, I don't put so much in after a certain amount of time because I don't want to fall into a trap. This is because um oh I have too many memories of being in an arcade and having to stand next to my mother while she'd put like sometimes like 50 plus pounds into these machines. And I'd be stood there like, can I like go and play a game, please? And she's like, no, you have to stand here so that people think I'm winning this for you. And I'm like, I am so bored. It should be illegal to be bored in an arcade. Let me go play. Travis, time's almost up. Really? What we? Oh, yo, that happened quickly. A moment. I swear, like a minute ago, it was only 10 past. What? Oh, is that why you were doing the sad face, or are you just saying that time's nearly up? Oh, chat's upside down. Oh, and Splatoon, I gotta go. Sorry, farewell. Chugs orange juice. Bye, Splatoon. Thank you for joining. Travis, I don't use Discord. Sorry. And Uzi, give me a meme in chat. Oh, Chugs orange juice. That's your meme. Your meme is hashtag Jcrow's hashtag soap eaters. This let's wrap it up. And mine type apathy is a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Boredom is especially a crime in an arcade. Arcade meant to be happy fun time. Where fun time? Okay, we've got quite a bit done. I need to fix the hat. I need to do the feet. We've got quite a bit done of this little fella. I'm going to fix the hat. We'll share that to the Discord later when it's done. I might give them their guitar. Because that might look cute. But this is Frogbert. Oh, is it SakuraArtz? Also, we got a new subscriber today. Thank you. We're almost at that. I say almost. We're over halfway on view hours to hit monetization. Um, which is pretty cool. It means I'll actually, you know how YouTube plays ads on your videos? It means that you actually get creators. So if your channel isn't monetized, you get the ads on your video. Your followers and subscribers are watching that anyway, but you don't get the money YouTube does. But if you hit monetization, then you actually get the ad revenue. Yay! The bit that is too far, that is very far away, is the 500 subscribers, and the goals reset at the end of the year. So I'm like, I feel like it's definitely achievable. I'm not sure if it's achievable by December. I think, we'll get there. Get there. Ultimately, I am doing it for fun, but I just thought it might be fun to share that information because obviously, everyone in chat, you're the reason that I'm doing well and growing with the channel, getting more. Looks like Night Owl won the poll, and poll 82% to Night Owls. We had 11 votes. Most people are going to be up late. At least we've got a few early birds. So if we, what's that? Where people talk about night owls and early birds, and they're like, oh, it's it's because then you've got people that can watch over your group while you sleep, and then people that can get up early in the morning, and then you will all survive the zombie apocalypse. The end. That Uzi and Nisty horror live when? It's a good point. I need to plan that, and we need to get that heart monitor in so we can track the real fur. We'll schedule it. We'll look into scheduling that. Nisty, claw machines are gambling for children. They are. That's why I make sure to have rules in place with using them. Like I was saying, only up to so much money, like no more than a fiver, because I do have fun playing the game. But I don't have, no, I have to keep going till I win. And I saw how detrimental it is on pretty much everyone in my household. So I was like, right, about a £5 is fair to play a game. Um, if I win, I win, and always make sure it's something where you wouldn't actually mind not do play for a prize you want. I don't want to win something and be like, wow, I don't know what to do with this. I don't want this. um, but yes. So thank you all for joining the stream. I greatly appreciate the support. See, so we got appreciation to Splatoon, even though I know you've dipped out now, but thank you, Splatoon. Travis, and obviously on your alt account, Val. You. Toasty, it was great seeing you near the end. And Uzi and Nisty, Mime Type, thank you for joining in. Astro Blaze, I think we saw Squeaky for a bit. Mac, the new person, welcome. And the new what's it called? We got the subscriber earlier as well. Shout out to you. Thank you very much for the support. Trying to think. Halo, if I've not mentioned you. I think that might be everyone. Chester. Yes, Chester. But thank you all for joining. Misty, claw machines are going. Sorry, your message just popped up via Streamlabs. Anyway, stream schedule Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. I'm out with family tomorrow, so I am missing Saturday's stream. That's something I forgot to say earlier. Sorry. Sorry about that. Depending where you are, good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Mac, it's Halo. Oh, you just changed partway through. Okay. Oh, Pebble's here to say goodbye as well. But yes, depending where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Have a great day or sweet dreams. Bye bye. You say bye bye, Pebble. Pebble says bye bye. Cuddle and purr as usual.